Welcome back. CB Trades here, back with another weekly outlook for you guys. Today we're gonna go over the charts, try to estimate where the price most likely gonna go the coming week. Before we start, we gotta recap the last week. We pretty much nailed the whole move in the previous Sunday weekly outlook. We predicted the whole move, like the retracement back up with engineering this liquidity here, getting some manipulation up here, and then expanding down to our desired liquidity pool. And yeah, we pretty much nailed it. And yeah, we're gonna try to do it again today for the coming week. Yeah, let's start with a weekly time frame. As we see, we are still respecting bullish PD arrays. We are still in a massive uptrend. So there is no reason to be bearish here. We are extremely bullish. We are respecting the bullish weekly FVJ here. We are reacting off of this liquidity sweep here, of this weekly swing low. We swept this low here and we closed above this liquidity pool, which gives me a pretty bullish sensitive sentiment, I wanted to say. Excuse me guys. Yeah, that gives me a pretty bullish sentiment. And out of experience we can expect some form of expansion to the upside. Best case, we see no new all-time highs here, but let's see. We have to see in the lower time frames if that's valid or not. We haven't formed any weekly bearish FVJs here in NQ, so that gives us a better reasoning to expand higher, lower resistance for bullish price. But in the S, we opened up a weekly bearish FVJ here, which could give us some resistance while expanding to the upside, but that's not really significant for me. And that's pretty much it regarding the weekly time frame. Let's hop into the daily time frame, and there we have some more information. The picture gets clearer. We are ranging right now in between this daily candle. Usually I would like to see either the low or the high of this candle to get swept, to get more narrative, to get more information what we're gonna do. But as we see, if we look at the S, we do have a bullish SMT at the lows here. We see that ES swept the daily range low while NQ didn't, and we are expanding to the opposite liquidity pool, to the daily range high. So we have some internal bullishness right here. We will see that this resembles a market maker buy model in the lower time frames, like the 4-hour and 1-hour time frame. But yeah, aside from that, I want to see how we're gonna react at this bearish daily FVJ here. I want to see us, if we are really bullish, we should display it right through it, close above it. So if that happens, we automatically know that we will expand to new all-time highs. Then we can look up for some continuation plays up here, like a pullback into an hourly or 4-hour FVJ, then get some structure, and then a long setup targeting this all-time highs here. But I would be more careful if we just get a sweep of the daily candle high, and if we struggle to close above this daily bearish FVJ, if we just sweep this one out, get a sweep candle and displace back inside the range, we could see some bearishness. And if we get this this type of structure, then we could see these equal lows down here getting targeted. But yeah, that's my not my highest probability not my highest probability scenario right here. I mean, if that happens, if we see a sweep of this high here, let me go down here so I can do some better drawings here. So if we should get a sweep of this one, of this daily, my daily CRT high, so blue, okay. If we just get a sweep of this one and see some massive displacement in the hourly or 4-hour time frame, then we could expect some form of bearishness. I would like to see us get at least here. That could be some form of internal model here. We could see a pullback into a higher time frame PD array. Best case, if we form some equal lows here, engineered liquidity, then we could see some internal play. If we zoom out, if we would zoom into this gap here, we could see something like that, some accumulation, manipulation above the high here, then a last push down to this low. That would be a possible scenario. Then I would like to see how we're gonna react to this low here. Are we just gonna sweep it and continue higher? Or are we going to displace through it with massive displacement? Then we could expect these equal lows here becoming drawn liquidity. That's all I see for bearishness. But yeah, that's not really high probability for me. It could happen. Let's see. We'll have to see if the structure forms, and if it does, we know how to act. We have our bearish scenario, and yeah. But what I really want to see is just displacement rate through here, daily close above the bearish FVJ, so it gets inversed, acts as support, and then form some new all-time highs. Yeah, this weekly outlook is pretty straightforward, not really complicated structure here. Let me summarize for you guys. Bullish scenario is we just see a displacement through this high here, close above daily FVJ, then we can look for some continuations to the upside and new all-time highs as drawn liquidity. But if we just get a sweep of the daily candle CRT high and see some confirmation, for example, some bearish model here, bang, some engineering for liquidity, we could possibly do some bearish plays. And depending on how we react to this low here, if we displace through it or just sweep it, these equal lows here will then get our drawn liquidity or not. Yeah, that's everything I see right now. Let's see which scenario will play out. I prefer the bullish one, but as I said, we will have to wait and see. Yeah, we are, I think, pretty much set for higher prices here. Yeah, we will just have to wait here. Let's take a look at the economic calendar here. Yeah, as we see, this week is pretty horrible. Why? Because Monday, Tuesday, there will be no news, so pretty, I don't know, low volatility to expect. And on Wednesday as well, we have FOMC statement, which also lowers the conditions for Monday and Tuesday because we most likely will wait for FOMC to play out. So that as well, I don't know, that as well makes Monday, Tuesday more uglier to me. So I will most likely fade these days. Wednesday as well, I won't trade the AM session because we will have FOMC in the PM session. So that out of experience, I know we will get slower PA in the AM session just to get the PM session clean all the mess up from the AM session. So you can fade AM session here as well. If you trade Wednesday, wait for FOMC to release after 2 p.m. Thursday, I usually would like to trade Thursday, but as we see, it's right the day before bank holiday, so that as well makes Thursday lower probability. So I don't really know. This whole week is kind of messed up. I kind of hope for some Trump tweets, to be honest here. Yeah, that would inject some nice volatility into the market. And Friday we have bank holiday. We will not trade on bank holiday. In general, we don't trade on bank holidays in general. No volatility, rain GPA, bad conditions. You will get your accounts blown. So my plan for this week is I don't really know, to be honest. If I trade, I would only trade either lower risk or just trade evals in general. So no funded accounts, just evaluation accounts. And that's my game plan for the coming week. Yeah, that's all I have to say right now, guys. As you know, my final words for you guys is trade safe, trade well, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.